Hey guys, welcome back to the Sense channel. For this week's deck profile, will feature one of the decks that I've been having a lot of fun with recently. Ever since set 2 was released, this leader has not been pretty much viable, but now in set 5 it is time to talk about the Golden Frieza again. So, see you guys after this short intro. Okay, so let's talk about the deck. So the leader is Frieza, so the golden version of Frieza. So what he does is that once per turn you get to place, not KO, one of your battle cards, which is the Frieza army, and if you put it into your drop area, you get to draw a card and untap one of your energy. And when your life is 4 or less, you get to flip it over and you get to draw 2 cards. And his ultimate form, Golden Frieza, what he does is that once per turn you get to do the same ability. So you take one of your battle cards, which is a Frieza army battle card, you put it into your drop area, you get to draw 1 card, and then you get to untap two of your energy. Very powerful, especially with the untapping, because it affords you that you can tap out and then untap 2 and you get to even draw a card from that ability. Very powerful ability. This is like the Soul Striker, but with the Tyrant version, which is, hey, I need to sacrifice one of my battle cards. So you need to put battle cards on the field, so it's a very battle card centric deck, and at the same time you get to untap energy and have a lot of draw power. So what are we gonna go through the deck? So this is the deck. I apologize for this particular part that is blocked by my face, but it's just so happened that this deck is very diverse. That's why there are many cards in this deck. So I'm gonna go through the deck, not every single card. I'm just going to talk about how I pilot the deck, the important cards. That is all. Alright, so the important cards is this: Inferno Emperor Frieza. So this is a card that you cannot actually play with your energy, because as you can see here, there is no yellow, there is no green cards, but you can do it with a Frieza call. So this is a card, when you have it in your hands, you have to hard mulligan, put it away. This is not what you want in your hands. Frieza Call is what you want in your hands, because once you get Frieza Call, what you want to do is you get to tap 1, play Frieza Call, set your deck for this, play in rest mode, take 1 of your life, and then pop him, untap that 1 energy that you used to play Frieza Call, and pop him, and you draw another card. So this is the combo that you get. Really good. You don't really swing with him because you're just not gonna play him. Untap that 1 energy and take 1 life. With this card, helps you to self-awaken, especially right now when you're playing against Shenron. This is the card that you want in your deck. Alright, so Avenging Frieza, this is very important because you play top 3, take 1, and then all the small little drops right on the field. So like him, and this guy is for you to be popped. Alright, so for your starting hands, what you want to do is you want to have this guy. Sorry for my nose. It's winter. So you want this guy because it gives you the ability to bring him out at 1 energy, and then you get to swing with him and you get to pop him. So this is really good. I really like this card, because even in offensive steps, it gives you that 10k and you get to pop him just to untap. So he's good in this deck, especially offensive and defensive, because placing the card into your drop area, it does not need to be an active card. It can be a card in rest mode. So when you have nothing to pop, swing with him, tap 1, bring him out, then pop him, draw 1 card, untap 1 energy. Not exactly the best play, but if you need it, this can be done. Alright. This is one of the very good cards, because when you play this card, just for 1 energy, you choose up to one of your opponent's battle card with an energy 2 or less, ignoring barrier, and switch it to rest mode. So it has a special ability, but it is there for you to pop if there is no target for you. Alright. What are some of the cards that are interestingly? This is a mid-range gameplay over here, that you play 2 of this. So you could even tap out, right? Because you could play 2 of this, swing with him, pop, untap one so that you're safe when you play him. So blocker, when this card is KO, choose one of your Frieza card with 3 or less from your hands and play it. This is really, really good because you could play it with Frieza Call because nobody wants to take this guy out. So you could say, oh, this guy, it's in rest mode. Yeah, but the next turn, he is going to come in on active mode. An opponent who wants to take him out runs the risk of killing him because you get to play a Frieza card with energy 3 or less from your hands and play it. So you have 6 targets. These are the 2 targets that you have, and when you play 3 each, the first one, Deadly Defender. So permanent during your opponent's turn. I think all of us knows this card. You can attack him you could use him swing for 20, and at your opponent's turn, your opponent has to take him out before he can take out your leader. So your opponent will swing with him, will swing and try to take him out. Alright, so this is the card that you want to play. If your opponent does not have any battle cards that are very, very nasty that you have to keep it tapped. If your opponent has a battle card that is very, very nasty and you have to keep him tapped, you have this guy. Yep. So, for example, if he has something that is big and has barrier, what could it be? I just can't think of anything right now. My head is a blank. You know those type of blackout? So if there is a card that you need to tap because he is very, very difficult to deal with, when he swings, combo, use him, block it, let him die, bring this guy out, next turn, activate his ability because Sparkling 7, nope. Activate main, you don't need Sparkling 7. Choose one of your opponent's battle card in rest mode, ignoring barrier. It cannot be switched to active mode for the start until the start of your next turn. So when he swings, block with this guy, let it be KO'd, bring this guy out. Next, during your turn, activate main, lock that guy down. So don't let him move. If you do not have this combo, you could use this guy to lock another guy down. So this is a really time magic. This is such a great tool. So if your leader is yellow, yes, negate the attack, then choose up to one of your opponent's battle card, ignoring barrier, and it cannot be switched to active mode. So the card has to be in rest mode, so you cannot tap him. But if the card is tapped, because this is a negate, you could negate the attack and tap one of the cards. It does not need to be the attacking cards. It can be any cards that is in rest mode, ignoring barrier, and it cannot be switched to active mode until the start of your next turn. So very, very powerful thing. One of the things that is very annoying and this deck could take care of is triple attack. Any card switching wrong, this deck would work because force your opponent to activate his triple attack. The first time he swings, use this, negate the attack, and tap the and use it on the attacking card with the triple attack, and use this just to lock the opponents down because it ignores barrier, so it doesn't care about barrier. So even if they have something that has barrier that swings at you and it has triple attack from Shenron's ability, tap one, force it to go down. That's the reason why I play Crushable, because this deck functions a lot on so you realize that I'm playing a Frieza army card without Cold Bloodlust. The reason why is this, because Cold Bloodlust would definitely be in the side deck. It depends on the matchup, but on a general basis, this particular deck focus on keeping the people's battle cards down and locking it. So Crushable gets around barrier, right? So you said, okay, dimensional time magic also gets around barrier, but if the opponent doesn't swing, you cannot take care of that battle card. So for example, if someone plays Anilaza, he comes down, or someone plays Kami Piccolo, he comes down, tap, Crushable it, use his ability, tap him, and keep him down. That's what you want to do, right? Or when Kami comes in or Anilaza comes in, you know those cards that doesn't really swings, use time magic, tap him, hold him there. Don't let it move, right? When he swings with his leader or other battle cards, hold him and doesn't let him untap. Because when it comes to your turn, you have actually cards to deal with him. So You could play him. I would definitely play him. And then place 2 of your battle cards other than this card in your drop area. Choose up to 1 golden Frieza, the resurrected Terra. This is the guy. And then destroy him. So you never swing with this guy, alright? So it's you play 4. Place 2. So you play 4. Swing with 2 of your battle cards. So the battle cards are gonna be gone anyway, right? So place 2, swing with 2 of your battle cards, and then sack them and bring this guy on top of him. So evolve. You don't need to evolve. Use him to do it, but if you don't need to, if you really have no choice, you could use him, but you don't need to. All right. So use him. Sack 2. Bring him out. So what is he? He is a triple striker. When a card evolves into this card, place all rest mode battle card except for this card into drop area, even yours. Alright? So any cards that is rest mode is dead. Then choose all active mode battle cards except for this card and switch them to rest mode. So the first ability, because it does not says choose all cards that is in rest mode is dead. So any cards that you use this and this to keep in rest mode, it's gone. So things like Anilaza, things like Kami Piccolo, they are gone when this card comes out. And even if you don't kill him, because you can triple strike and he could negate it and things like that, even if you don't kill him, you have effectively removed his board. And sack 1 of your creature, draw 1 and untap 2 energy. So at turn 4, or turn 5, you would have 3 untapped energy to deal with whatever your opponent comes at you next. Alright, so this deck is very controlling, keeping things intact. Tap, and then you finish him off when you need to. So cards in barrier that are in rest mode, they are all gone. And this is some of the spices for this deck, or a little surprise for this deck. I played 2 of this Clan of Terra Mecha Frieza. This is a promo Mecha Frieza. You get to see their hands, and then you get to pick one of their battle cards mounted. Your opponent plays that card in the battle area in rest mode. Interestingly, I think that this does not, barrier does not affect this card. The reason why is because the barrier only is activated when it comes to board. Barrier is not activated. In my opinion, I think it's not a permanent. You have to double check on that. Barrier does not include this. So barrier that. What do I say this? So barrier does not take effect when it's in hand. So you could choose a card that is in barrier. That is, I'm not sure though. You have to check. I really have to check this. This scenario has not really come out. I always pick a card, place it in rest mode, use him to keep it intact. So, and you get to check your hands, check your opponent's hands for any combo power, right? So your opponent gets to draw a couple of cards next turn, maybe, but you could check his hands. This is invaluable resources, one of the best cards in this deck right here. And Battering Laser, just in case your opponent has like a negate or something. This is something that you can deal with. If he negates it, use Battering Laser, and let's see. Even though the combo power, let's see who could do it. I only play 1 because hopefully you do not use it, but if you have it in your hands, why not? Alright, because sometimes this card, it's dead. Yep, so, and of course we play 3 of this Dodoria, white Dodoria, and not the sparkling, the new ones, right? The reason why it's because he is searchable from this guy. So you could use him to search for him and puts it in your hand. So that's good. And of course, because we're playing a yellow leader, we play 1 Sugash and 2 Kid Goku just for that final swing if your opponent combos and the card has not a barrier. And your opponent's really combos a lot, you could use this just to Sugash him out. Alright, so it's pretty game ending right there. So this is a control deck where you really want to keep your opponent's deck locked down, and when you play your big creature, which is 4 energy, actually that's not that big, you wipe his whole board, untap 2, so that you have 2 energy in case your opponent does not die. Yeah, but you pretty much destroy his game plan already. So I hope you like this deck profile, and I've been having a lot of fun with this deck. So stay tuned for the next one. Ciao, bye.